You remember that woman with the issue of blood?
Amen.
Whatever your issue is, all you got to do is get to Jesus.
12 years.
You don't have to get to man. Man will always fail you. Man doesn't have the answer either way. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And she pressed. But what did she say? If I can get to the hem of his garment, I know. How many of you know? Do you have a knowing on the inside of you? Or you just have a guess so? I might, maybe I'm not quite sure. You have to know that you know that you know. If I get to Jesus, I know I will be made whole. See, and her faith pushed her. Her faith moved her. It was just not, oh, well, by faith. By faith. But faith without works is dead. She spoke to herself. If I get to Jesus, I know I'm going to be made whole. I know I'm going to be made whole. Whatever. Oh, look at all those people. Oh, I don't care less about those people. I'm going to move through the crowd. Whatever I have to do, whether they're 300 pounds or 150 pounds, I don't care if I got to go underneath their legs. I don't care if I have to cross my leg over somebody. I have to get to Jesus. How many of us have that hunger when we come to church? I have to get to Jesus because there's more to him than what I know. There's more to God than what we know.
That's right.
There's so much more. He created the heavens and the earth. And he says, where were you when I created all this? He's all-knowing. He's all-powerful. He's everywhere all the time. There's nowhere you can go to escape him. And we're satisfied with just coming in on a Sunday and a Wednesday and hearing somebody preach instead of going home and getting into the Word and studying and digging and falling in love with Jesus.
Hallelujah.
He heard that it was Jesus. And he cried out, Jesus, thou Son of David, have mercy on me. Go to verse 50. Go to verse 50. I'm sorry, Mark chapter 10, verse 50. Mark chapter 10, verse 50. When you're there, say amen. And he, this is a blind man. When they say, hey, okay. You know, you got his attention. Now he's calling you. Get up. Tell your neighbor, get up.
Get up.
Get up. Get up.
He's calling you. He's tired of you, of us, sitting down by the highway side, begging. Get up. He's calling you. Get up. He's calling you. Enough with the pity parties. Enough with the excuses. Get up. Shake the dust off your feet. Forget about the past. Get up and fight the good fight. Remember the promises that he's given you. Remember the word that he has given you, and get up. Get up, get up, get up. Verse 50, and he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. Go to Hebrews chapter 12. How's he going to know where to go if he's blind? He called out, Jesus, thou Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stood still. They say, call him. So they say, rise, get up. He's calling you. You imagine his reaction? He's blind. How does he know where to go? But when he called you, that's why he says that my sheep know my voice.
Amen.
That's why it's important to know the voice, and you're able to follow what He's saying. As you spend time in the Word and time in prayer, you get used, your ear becomes attuned to His voice. And if He says, jump, then you jump. And if He says, shout, then you shout. And if He says, switch your seats, then you switch your seats. Hebrews 12. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Some of us have to leave relationships that aren't going anywhere. All they're doing is causing us to sin. And we have to leave those things that so easily beset us. Leave those acquaintances that don't know God and don't want to know God. You have to leave them. For what communion has the children of light with darkness? No, well, I'm going to change him. You know, I love him. No. You can't change nothing. It's got to be God that changes it.